Hi yogis, thanks for joining me on the mat today. I'm Andrea and this is Knowing Yoga. Today's class is all about finding hope. So in our yoga practice, we anchor through the breath, right? We anchor to the breath, to the present moment by focusing on the breath. And when we do that, we can find that still and quiet place within us all. That place is very peaceful. Some of us might see that place as being something bigger than us, as our connection to everything. And some of us may just find it as our inner peace. Whatever it is for you, that's where we get that hope, that faith that kind of starts to rise up within us. My hope is that this practice helps you ground into the earth, to rise up, that it allows you to anchor into the breath, that it helps you find that still, quiet, peaceful place within you where hope lives. So let's get started. Alrighty, we are going to start in our mountain posture. So we're going to ground ourselves, root down into the earth so we can rise up. Then we're going to bring in the breath. So let's find the four corners of our feet. Big toe, little toe, back two corners of the heels. Press those down into the earth. Engage the inner thighs towards each other. Belly pulls in. Arms out to the side, and let's roll the shoulders down and back. Feeling our foundation, our connection with the earth. On the inhale, allowing the crown of the head to extend towards the ceiling. Just take a few breaths here. Inhaling deeply into the belly. Exhaling slowly. Inhales, exhales, bringing us onto the mat, into the moment. And let's move with the breath now. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower, belly's pulling in. Belly button to the spine, legs are engaged, feet are engaged. Inhale, up. Arm muscles are engaged, muscles squeezing to the bone. Exhale, lower. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Inhale deep into the belly. The air stacks up into the lungs till you can't take any more air in, and then take in one more sip. Exhale out, slowly and fully. Inhale up. Exhale, ha sound here. Awesome. Okay, now let's bring the feet together. Heel toe, those feet towards each other. Big toes touching, heels are almost touching. Let's zip up the legs. Inner thighs pulling towards each other, quads are engaged. Four corners of the feet into the earth, belly tucked in. Inhale, arms up overhead. We're going to interlace our fingers, release the pointer finger, and then inhale, lengthen through the spine while our shoulders relax away from the ears. Exhale, bump the hips to the left and reach up and over to the right. So imagine there's this big beach ball over here along the side of our body. We're inhaling, lengthening, exhaling over that beach ball. Weight stays evenly between both feet, shoulders relax down, armpits are kind of pointing out towards the outer corners of the room. Awesome. And then inhale back up to center. You can switch out your grip if you want. Other thumb on top. Squeeze up through the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, reach up and over to the left. Inhale, think about lengthening everything. Exhale, bump the hips a little more to the right. And here we're working on the waistline. engaging the obliques. Inhaling, exhaling deeply. Awesome. Inhale back to center. Exhale, let the arms float down. Give the shoulders a little shake. And let's come to the top of our mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Awesome. All right, let's go. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, all the way down into our forward fold, first forward fold of the day. Maybe move the knees, do your little yoga cha-cha. Awesome, maybe even squat down, releasing tension in the joints here. All right, and then a little halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, lower down into plank or knee down plank, half plank, whatever feels good to you. And we're going to lower, keeping the elbows squeezed into the earth, belly pulled in, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra, and then exhale. Let's go into a child's pose here. And again, you can put a blanket or a pillow in between the hips and the heels. You can bring a block in for the child's pose. We just want the forehead grounded into the earth or the block. And breathe deeply here, connecting the breath with the body. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna make our way into our down dog. So hands a little bit forward before in front of the shoulders and shoulder width apart. We're gonna plug the fingertips down into the earth, lifting the weight out of the shoulders instead of sinking into them. And then on your exhale, belly button pulls into the spine, hips go up and back. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Finding your foundation, grounding yourself. Can bring some movement to the down dog if that feels right for you. Awesome. All right, let's take that right leg up and just pause here for a minute. You can point and flex the foot. And then exhale, pull the belly in, knee to chest coming into plank. And then stepping into our low lunge. If you like, you can bring in some blocks just to help extend the spine, get some length here. Take a couple of deep breaths here, sinking into the hips. Knee is in line or behind the ankle. And we're just breathing. All right, we're gonna plug the feet into the earth, root down to rise up. Inner thighs pulling towards each other, coming up into our crescent lunge. You may experience some shaking like I am today. That's great. Means you're strengthening. Inhale up high, exhale. Let's lower back down. Drop the left knee down to the ground and extend the arms here too. If you want, you can pull a blanket in under the knee if you're having any aches in the knee at all. So just sinking here, lifting the chest, shoulders down, coming onto the fingertips. All right, and then we can move the blocks out of the way, planting the left hand down under the shoulder, and then really just kind of opening up to the right side here. So lifting out of our left shoulder, left fingertips pressing into the earth, twisting open towards the right side. And then if you want to take this a little further, inhale that right arm up above you And then bring the left foot as close to the buttocks as possible. Reach back and kick into the hand. You might come out to the outer edge of the right foot if that feels good. Eye gaze up at the ceiling. Belly pulls into the spine. And then slowly, with control, release the foot. Inhale, arm back up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, coming into a hamstring stretch. So I like to keep my knee bent and try and keep a connection between the thigh, the upper thigh, and my belly. So on the exhale, I might straighten the leg a little bit more. Inhale, lengthening in the spine. Exhale, straighten. You do you, finding your edge, breathing into it. Then let's bring the hands back up in front of us. Lift up the back knee. If you have a blanket, grab it, move it out of the way. Coming back into our down dog. Couple of breaths here. Awesome. All right, and we're lifting the left leg, finding our foundation, keeping the hips level, not opening up that left hip. And then exhale, belly pulls in, knee to chest, and then stepping through into our low lunge. I'm going to bring my blocks in again, just so I can extend the spine without struggling. Deep exhale here, pressing out through the back right heel. Breathing in, breathing out. And then engage the inner thighs, belly pulls in. Inhale up into that crescent lunge. Remembering your exhale. Opening the heart. And then exhale, lowering down. Extending through the spine. And then, if you want, coming on down to the right back knee. Couple of breaths here, sinking into the hips. Shoulders stay low, relaxed, away from the ears. And then we can begin twisting, opening up to the left side. Hear my kiddos laughing back there. It's quarantine time, everyone's home, so this is life. All right, and then if you want to take it a bit further, can move the blocks out of the way. Plant the right palm down, pressing into the fingertips, lifting out of the shoulders, and then twisting open. Eye gaze up at the ceiling, and then inhale, left arm up. And then maybe needing to readjust that arm so the wrist is under the shoulders. Exhale, lifting that right foot towards the buttocks, reaching back, got it, for that foot. Inhale, lengthening in the spine. Exhale, kicking into the hand. Awesome job. Slowly, with control, releasing the foot down. Inhale, back up. Exhale to center. Bring the blocks in if you need right here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pushing the hips back to that hamstring stretch. So inhale, lengthening the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. Exhale, maybe folding forward a bit more, straightening the knee a little bit more. Finding your breath here. Breathing into your edge, not going past it. Staying safe. And then coming back into our low lunge. Tuck those right toes under, lifting up, moving the blanket, planting the hands down, and down dog. Awesome job, guys. Inhale, exhale. Connect to the breath again. Finding some engagement here. You can pull the inner thighs away from each other isometrically. Awesome job. Now we're going to come into plank and we're going to flow through, but if you like, just go to child's pose, whatever feels good. So engage the belly, inhale forward, exhale lower down, inhale up dog, and then exhale down dog. Couple of breaths here. Awesome. Inhale. Lengthen the spine. Bend the knees. Exhale. Hop or step forward. Forward fold here. Your forward fold, whatever feels good for you. Couple of breaths. Slow the exhale down. Awesome. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine, lengthening. Exhale, lower. Plant the feet, root down to rise up, flat back. Belly pulls in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding some stillness here, some quiet here. Awesome. All right. Let us come into our mountain posture. We're going to grow here in the moment. Coming into a tree pose. I'm going to do a variation of tree today. You're welcome to do traditional tree, whatever feels good for you. So from our mountain posture, we're going to shift the weight into the left leg, the left toes, and then find the four corners of that left feet, or left foot. Press the big toe into the earth. Engage the inner thigh on that left leg. And then slowly begin to lift the right leg up to a 90-degree angle. Belly pulls in, spine straight, shoulders down and back. Grab the front of the shin and then grabbing underneath the foot. Pulling the foot up onto the hip bone, releasing when you need to. Don't go past your edge. We're staying safe, listening to our body. Right hand to heart center, and then inhale, lengthening. Exhale, allowing gravity to do its job. That right knee beginning to open up. So this gives us a little bit deeper hip stretch, hip opening. Stay with it and breathe. Inhale, lengthening the spine, growing taller. Exhale, rooting down through that left foot. Awesome job. Then lifting the knee up gently, carefully, placing the foot back down. Give the legs, the hips a little shake. Let's switch sides. All right, so moving the weight into the right leg. And let's plant the four corners of the right foot into the earth. Engage the quad, engage the inner thigh by plugging that left big toe into the earth. Engage the belly, pulling it into the spine, lifting the left leg to our 90-degree angle, reaching down, grabbing the outside or front of the shin, Then grabbing underneath the foot, placing the foot as high as comfortable on the hip. And then left hand to heart center. Inhale, extending through the spine, crown of the head. Exhale, allowing gravity to do its work with that knee. Slowly letting it fall towards the earth. Couple of more breaths here. Stick with it. You got this. If you fall out, come right back in. All right, lifting the knee ever so gently with control. Coming back into our mountain posture. And we're gonna go to the front of the mat here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, extending the spine. Exhale, lower down to all fours. And then coming back into the child's pose of your choice. On this one, I'm going to bring my knees in closer to each other just to get a different stretch in the lower back. I also like the sensation of breathing on the inhale, my belly pressing into the thighs. Exhale, feeling the hips sink towards the earth a little bit more. Really connecting with the breath here. You can even bring those hands back towards the feet, allowing a total release in the shoulders and upper back. Noticing how the body moves with each inhale and exhale, not just the belly, but the body as a whole. All right, let's engage the belly. Pull the belly button into the spine. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other isometrically and begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head coming up last. Awesome job, guys. We're almost there. Gonna do a little stretching and then go into our guided meditation to kind of tap in to that peaceful, hopeful place inside of us. All right, so let's do right leg out, 45-degree angle, left leg towards the inner thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, square the shoulders over the toes, flexing back to the face. Exhale, lower, tuck the chin. Bring the knee up to meet the forehead. We're really working on the throat lock here and the connection between the forehead and the knee. Over time, on the exhales, you may straighten the leg, or it may stay bent, or you may have a block here, whatever feels good for you. Just find your edge, breathe into it, keep that throat lock, and then inhale, slowly rolling up. Awesome. All right, the left leg out to the 45. Right foot in, feet flex back towards the face. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, square the shoulders over the leg and the foot. Exhale, tuck the chin, rounding down, forehead to knee or block. Both sits bones rooted into the earth. On the exhale, awkward sound there. Moving the heel out if you can, straightening the leg. If you are up here, that's fine too. Seriously, as long as you're getting that grounding sensation and the throat lock, then you are right where you need to be. Belly pulling into the spine. And then inhale, one vertebrae at a time, rounding up. Awesome. Let's do a forward fold. So legs out in front of us. Move the cushy parts out from underneath the sits bones, allowing us a little more freedom, anchoring down into the earth. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing onto what you can. You can keep the legs straight if you want and round down. I'm going to keep the back flat today to protect the lower back. So inhale, I'm lengthening. Exhale, folding. I like to keep that connection between the thighs and the belly. Inhale, extending through the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe pulling down, falling forward a little bit more. You can press the heels out on the exhales. Finding your edge. And then again, inhale, rounding up one vertebrae at a time. All right, let's come into our Shavasana, where we are going to stay for our guided meditation too. So, rounding down, letting our bodies have a couple of minutes of just total relaxation here. So, heels are together or pointing towards each other, maybe not touching, mine are touching. Toes flop out to the sides, arms out to the sides, palms up. Maybe tucking those shoulder blades underneath us and breathe. Allowing the eyes to close here if you like. Resting, allowing the body to seal in all the hard work it just did. Allowing yourself to relax, resting. Noticing the points of contact between the earth and the body. We're aware of how the earth is supporting us completely. So that maybe with each exhale, our muscles release and relax a little more. We sink into the earth. Maybe relaxing the jaw, can wiggle it from side to side, blow out a puff of air. Relax the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your eyes. Let your ears fall towards the earth, relaxing the scalp. And if you want to bring in a bolster under the knees now, you can. Or if you want to bend up the knees and have your feet flat on the floor, whatever works for you. We're going to stay in Shavasana as we begin our meditation. So again, becoming aware of the points of contact between the floor and the body. And then noticing the flow of air as it enters and leaves the nose. Letting your eyes close if that feels comfortable for you. Observing the air coming in and out of the nostrils. Noticing the temperature of the air on the inhale and then on the exhale. And now let's bring our awareness to our belly. We can even place our hands on our belly if that feels comfortable. And just noticing the expansion of the belly with the inhale and the emptying of the belly with the exhale. If your mind wanders and you find yourself thinking about something else, that's normal. That's what our minds do, they think. So just gently, with compassion and kindness, bring yourself back to the breath. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly with the breath. We're going to bring our awareness to the moments of stillness and quiet in between the inhale and the exhale. And then again in between the exhale and the inhale. Just noticing that still, quiet place between the breaths where there's a sense of calm and peace. And in that place of peace, we may feel a connection of us to something bigger than ourselves, or a connection between us and everything else or all others. Or we may just kind of revel in that quiet, peaceful place. In that quiet space is peace, where faith and hope live. So touching base with that hope inside of us, the faith, the peace, that we can affect change and find a way to move forward, to make a situation better for ourselves and for others. And bringing ourselves back into the space around us, maybe wiggling toes and fingers, feeling the support of the earth underneath our bodies, fluttering the eyes open when you're ready, and then in your own time, rolling onto the side of your choice. Just allowing the spine to realign, rest a little here. Another deep breath in and out maybe. And then we're going to use our hands to slowly come up to our seated position. Making your way up in your own time, no rush from me. You can press pause if you want to, whatever you need. All right, we're gonna seal in our practice with a quote and a breath, and then move on from here. All right, our quote today is, "We must accept infinite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope." Martin Luther King Jr. All right, thank you guys so much for sharing this practice with me. I hope you got to go inside yourself, find that still, quiet place, find some hope, some faith, whatever it is that you're searching for. All right, let's take our arms out to the side, and then a deep inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, thank you for sharing this practice with me. Let me know what it did for you and your thoughts in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys. The light in me acknowledges and salutes the light in each of you. Namaste.